Hey, what's up, everybody? Finally added in the baseball predictions. So, going to go back through, try to go through everything that's been added, go through the different things that you're going to want to look for depending on what kind of props or game stuff you're looking at. So, the first thing is you can separate it by league here if you just want baseball, if you just want NBA. Does have the playing games for the predictions tomorrow for the scores. I am going to be working on the NBA model, try to get more of a playoff ready predictions. Didn't think about it really much because I've been working on the baseball so much, but it worked pretty well for that national championship game for college basketball. So I'm going to try to do some back testing and different waiting on some of the starters and stuff that'll probably see more minutes. But back to the site, so you can do NHL, all of that. So we're gonna start on all. Again, it's gonna start with MLB. As you work your way down, you can find the NHL. They'll all be listed in the top, and then NBA will be tomorrow. It is between NBA or NHL and MLB. So for each of these, if you just want to look here, so this game has for Arizona and Baltimore has the Nerfy at 55% chance, has Arizona winning at a 55% chance. Has Arizona, it put plus 1.5 instead of minus 1.5. I guess that's because the market does have Baltimore favored. So it has Arizona covering the spread at 72%, and it has the over at 58%. It does have it as a low confidence. If you want more detail on the game, just click on open detail here. As you get into here, you will see the different predictions over the past week. So we'll still have the final day prediction here. We'll have what Vegas has the line set at there. Part of the reason this is a low confidence, when you're looking at games, what you're going to want to look at is the lines. You want stuff that is consistent throughout the days or consistently getting better or consistently getting worse. Right here, where you have a flip and pretty big flip is what it's looking at. That's the low confidence. So this one had Arizona as the underdog, had them, let's see, had them 4 point, what day was that? So it had them losing 3.66 to 3.25 with a total at 6.91. So it had Baltimore favored by about half a point. The next day, it had Arizona favored by zero point 0.3, so it flipped by about 0.7. The total went up by almost 2 points, 2 runs. And then you have the predictions here. So a big jump there, almost 2 runs in a single day is a lot to be gaining. But one thing I will say on these first days is I have been working on the model a lot. And this was the first day where my big changes went in. It's just been fine tuning over the last couple of days. So a lot of this was just adding in more features and getting rid of some of the early season stuff I had, trying to pull more data from last year just to get a better read. So if you go down a little bit, you'll have the top props for this matchup from the model. Um, there's a lot of strikeouts and walks that I've seen so far. Looks like we do have some more hits here. So it has the team that they play for, their name, the team stat, the line that it's comparing it to. So it's a top prop at 0.5. So to get one, these are all overs. So to get one, not like to get 1.5 if you ever see total bases, it should say 1.5 if it is 1.5. So here's the model's prediction. Here's the probability that the model is giving it to hit the line. And then the tag is just, I'll try to work on that and get some better features in there. Just try to get it working right now. As you come down, it'll show you the odds movement. Right now, I haven't been running the odds a whole lot. I've just been trying to get everything, all the bugs I found worked out. But soon it should have whatever the opening is, whatever the current is, if it's changed, and same with the spread, the total, and then the money lines. So it'll show you the different snapshots down here of what it has taken. So I think right now it's just not saving them because this was the most recent run that I had. So again, down here, this is the stuff that you saw on the first page. It has Arizona to win, gives you the Nerfy percentage, gives you the Yerfy percentage, gives you Baltimore to cover that 1.5, over 8.5, and then 1 run game probability. The probability it's giving you for a tie after 9 innings, and the first 5 inning predictions. As you go down, you can look at pitcher predictions. It'll have this one didn't have a starter when I ran it earlier. I'm not sure if it does now. It also has the Arizona starter here. It'll tell you what hand they throw with, give you the prediction on the number of innings, number of strikeouts, number of walks, number of hits, and the earned run they are predicted to give by the model. And then same thing for the batters. So it'll tell you the team, it'll tell you if they are left, right, or both, and if they are facing a righty lefty. And then it'll give you hits predictions with the probability. These probabilities are all for this is 1, this one is 2+, it says 2+ there, and then the rest of these are all 1 except for HR, which is also 2+. So it has the predictions, it has the probability for the line. If you want, you can sort these. You can sort them largest to smallest. You can sort them by probabilities, largest to smallest. There's a little bit of color coding in here that will hopefully draw your eye to some of the better picks. Again, a lot of this I'm working out. If there's stuff on here you don't like and you want to see me get rid of, let me know. If there's stuff that you like, want me to keep, let me know. It is a work in progress right now, but I've been working on the models for quite a while, for over a year. So those are pretty good. The website is what's the newest part and what I'm trying to learn the most. So from here, if you see a prop that you like, so say you want to look at Henderson's total bases, you can click on his name and it's going to take you to the prop analyzer. And so from here, 2 total bases, you have Henderson. It starts out, this is a double. Let me go to HRR actually. So HRR, let's look at him for 1.5. So on this drop-down menu, you'll see the line. This is a half, 1.5, 2.5, and then the probability the model gives him to cover it. So it actually gives him a 71% chance to cover 2.5 today. So if we click on that, we can look at his home. We can look at the overall home and away. As you click on these, it will show you the what the model is predicting him at. So the model has him predicted at 3.7. So the threshold edge is predicted to whatever line you select. It's not his actual line. I'm not pulling prop lines yet. The only lines I am pulling live active are going to be the money line, spreads, and totals for right now. It'll give you his hit rate for the season, or for home, or for away, and it'll change the average and tell you how many games that he's played. So overall, he's played 15 games. He's averaging 2.6 HRR. He's hit this in 53.3. Today's game, as you see, is at home. So he is averaging 2.1 at home. He's done this played in 9 games at home, and he's averaging, he has a 44.4% hit rate. So he has 3 games with 0. He has 2 games with 2, and then he has 4 games that have gone over 2.5. It'll also, the similarity scores, that is also a work in progress. Right now, it's kind of vague. It's early in the season, too. Once I get the website figured out, I'll go in and I'll start fine-tuning some of these similarity scores, and then the just some of the stuff that it's giving as pieces of information that you might want to consider. It does have the weather in there, it does have handedness, and it does have their predicted order in the batting order. So all of that stuff is in there. You can scroll farther down. You can see more of their averages. If you change, I guess that I thought it would change. Oh, it does change. Okay, yeah, because it has 9. If you change it, it will switch to also the average and stuff down here, but it's all up in these boxes as well. So if you go to the games, you can look at their most recent games. Right now, it has all of them later in the season. I don't remember what this is capped at. The chart will cap at 25 games. So 25 on the overall. It will also go back 25 just straight home games, or 25 of the just away games. And then once I get the similarity score figured out, how I want to do it on baseball, for the final, this will be all of the closest games down here. So you'll have the most recent games and you'll have the closest games. This will not sort by home or away. This will just be the 10 that the similarity score figures are the most closest matchups. Um, Home and away is used in the similarity score. So that's part of the reason it doesn't just sort home and away there. But the recent results will sort just home or away or overall. So you can check out that. You can look at the home runs. So I don't know that he's been pretty hot recently. So it's bumping him up to an 87% chance to hit a home run. Obviously, he could, but I don't know that that's a play I would necessarily take. I'm not a big home run guy. I know some of you people are. So maybe you want to. You'll still be able to see how many he's hit, when he's hit, who he's hit the home runs against. So he has 2 home runs against San Francisco, two against the White Sox, one against Pittsburgh, and one against Texas. And then you can see home away. You can see how many plate appearances he had. You can see if he hit the line or missed the line. So that's how to use the prop analyzer a little bit easier. There is NBA 2 right now. Like I said, I'm working on the playoff predictions. Once I get those live, I will have that update into here. I don't want to have predictions for all of this end of the season NBA slop that's been going on and have to have that in here as playoff predictions because those just won't make sense. So you can go back to the home. And again, you can scroll down. You can go down. You can check out NHL. I do not have NHL props right now. NHL is just game data. So again, this is another one. The model's a little bit confused. I haven't changed the NHL model in a while. So this is just, it was heavy on the Kings, and then it flipped to Seattle, and now it likes Seattle. Things you're going to want to look at. So at the bottom, you can see this confidence. So these are low. We'll look at one of them that says high real quick. So Cleveland and St. Louis, open detail here. So here it was pretty close, but as it opened, it has been steadily getting stronger to the Cleveland side, and that's why it's a high confidence one. If it's crisscrossing, it's going to be low confidence. If it stays really close, it may be medium confidence if it doesn't cross over or if it widens just a little bit. Something that starts with a big gap, ends with a big gap, and the spacing in between stays pretty consistent or widens is going to be something that has a high confidence. So that's a quick way to just like sort through. You're probably going to want to look, if you're doing game stuff, you might want to look at the higher confidence, medium confidence ones. Obviously, MLB is still pretty early. So Mets have sucked. Dodgers have been pretty good. So obviously, this has the Mets underneath. After I made the big update, it widened quite a bit towards the Dodgers. Dodgers lost last night, so it shrunk a little bit. And a lot of that stuff, the bigger shrinks and gains and stuff on single games should start to disappear as the model gets stronger and the season goes on. So you can click on the props analyzer from most of these top pages. It's going to take you to the NBA first. If you click on MLB, it doesn't load anything right now. It keeps loading the URL to yesterday. I'm trying to get that fixed, but it's a pain this morning. So went ahead, figured I would just do this first. But if you change it to the 14th will show up. If you go back to the 13th, it will show up for today's. If you go from any of the games and just click on somebody's name, it should take you there and it should all load right away. So, and it'll give you all the predictions. It'll tell you what they've done even for pitchers. So he's pitched in 3 games. He's pitched 5 innings, 5 2/3, 4 2/3, 4 2/3. And then this is for strikeouts. So he has 5 strikeouts, 3 strikeouts, 4 strikeouts. And it gives you the opponent, the date, all of that information. You can change the line to see different probabilities of what it gives. So it should adjust according to what the predictions are. Normally it'll give 1, maybe 2 that are over the prediction and then some that are under. So it'll give you the probabilities though. So it likes him to get 63% chance to get 4. So over 50%, but not great. And then it doesn't really like him to get to 5 today. So if you have any questions, if you want to look at anything else, you can let me know about that. As you scroll farther down past tomorrow's predictions, you will, once the NBA props are there, these will start to load up. MLB top props. So this is going to go off of the probabilities. It likes Brandon Nimmo to hit a hit or to get a hit, Bellinger to get a hit, Jeff McNeil to get a hit. Here are the predictions under a model. Here, the line is just one hit for all of these. So just because it says 99%, don't think it's necessarily a lock. There are no locks. Like, I'm sure anyone watching this has had plenty of things they thought were that are not. So there's a reason that there is still that 1% there. That 1% can happen. This best for 2+ total basis. There are some in here that are 2.5. So Teoscar, Jordan, both in there. But the probabilities are still for that line. So it likes him to get 2, but it likes him almost just as much to get 3 tonight. And then it also has pitcher strikeouts. This doesn't have probabilities. This is just their average for the season so far, and then whatever the model prediction is, and it's just giving you the top predicted strikeouts. Again, this is early season, so don't necessarily think that whatever it says here is going to be perfect every time. Go in, click on people, see what you like. Like Paul Skeens here, his average has only been 4 so far. The model has him at 5.5, but if you look at recently, he had that really bad first outing, and he's been really good recently. So I would imagine 5, 6. He could probably even go higher. Obviously, last year he was doing really well. It's only given him a 31.5% chance on what the model has seen so far this season, with prior stats from last season, kind of as an all-in-one built in, but not. It's mainly everything should be building off of this season. So the more times teams are playing on the road versus playing at home, the more times we're getting through these pitcher rotations, the better this model should be. Like later on, when you're seeing a pitcher getting brought up from the minors, don't trust their predictions as much. Trust players that have been playing, that have games under their belt. And that's going to be the best way for you to go. So if you have any questions, I think I covered most of this. I guess the only thing left is the results. Baseball hasn't been tracked yet. It's going to start tracking with today, since this is the first day that predictions have been made before the game started. You can look at the NBA and NHL predictions and results yesterday, what the model predicted, the actual results, and if the money line, spread, or total hit. And then tomorrow, hopefully this will work. There are props. All the props that are up here should show up down here. So we'll see how that works out. There may be more bugs I have to work out. If you find any bugs, anything that's not matching up to what it should be, please let me know. Leave a comment or whatever. You can send an email to LetsParlayML@gmail.com if you want. I can work out, but I'm trying to get this all worked out by myself, trying to make it as accurate as possible. I'm not trying to mislead you guys in any way. So help me out if you see anything. I will try to get it corrected as soon as I can. If you're using this, good luck. If you have any questions, again, feel free to reach out. I will try to help out as best as I can. And we'll see you next time.